Hey guys, Jordan Lowry here for a couple quick pointers on for TNL on how to go through your financial inventory sheet. Really for the newest agent on how you can really see and hear how I'm saying things. Really some tips on what you can listen to today. Really go out in the field and implement tomorrow and make it work, guys. So really quick, the financial inventory sheet. If you're not using it, this is really the ammo, really the ammunition to your business, really the objection, the thing that gets all the objections out of the way, even before you get to them. So really quick, guys, been with FFL now 7 months. Issue paid highest month 26,900. Building an agency as well. We've got just about 20 people in the team, 7 unique riders this month, but everyone coming through. So just a couple quick tips, some things that are working for me. Already at 10,000 issue paid for the month on the 9th. So here we go. Just a couple quick tips. I'm going to point through them. So I've got just a hypothetical final expense situation here. John and Mary. I'm just going to go through it in a couple of quick pointers and really see how I do it, how you can take this out in the field tomorrow and really make it work for you guys. So really 3 objectives, guys. I'm a field underwriter and an independent broker. Really make that clear. And our objectives are to find something affordable, comfortable, and to see if you can even qualify. And that's so important, is because we don't want to spend time looking at something if they're not going to qualify, and they can always agree with that. So real quick, I always compliment them on the house or the apartment or whatever they're in, and I say, do you rent or own? And I'm filling it out here. So in this situation, they rent. And the monthly payment there, $1,000, and I'm finding that out. And so there's no equity in the home here. And we know they're retired. And so when I go to ask monthly income here, I'm having a lot of success with, is really just breaking it down is where their monthly income's coming from. So John, I'm sure, your monthly income, are you guys on Social Security income as well as disability and any annuities or pensions or retirement income, or is it just Social Security? Social Security. Okay. And how much is that? Are you guys about $1,500 a month? Are you a little more or a little less? Okay. $1,750. And Mary, any retirement income, any pensions, annuities, or just Social Security as well? Same thing. They're writing it down. They're giving it to me. Hers is only $880 because she's on some disability, and then there. And smoker or non-smoker, and I'm getting that right up front here, and I'm going through medications ultimately to see what they can qualify for and how to really go through it. So I don't know if you guys are like me. I got a list of my medications, but I'm going to go through some major some medical conditions to see if we can kind of figure out what you can qualify for. Any heart attacks, strokes, cancers, anything in the last 3 years? Okay, how about ever? Perfect, and I'm crossing it off. Okay, stents, any diabetes, and they say yes or no. I'm circling it large. If it's John, I say, and he says yes. Right away, I say type 1 or type 2. Are you on metformin or are you on insulin? And it says it right here, pills or insulin. Make yourself credible. This takes all the rebuttals out of the way. Any neuropathy, any complications or neuropathy due to diabetes? Okay, awesome. Awesome, I'm glad you've been lucky. Any high blood pressure? Okay. And completely controlled medication though? Okay. And Mary, what was your last blood pressure reading? And no matter what they say, if they're taking lisinopril or atorvastatin, any cholesterol, I just ask them right away. I say, what was the last reading? Just what about? And they say 135/70. I say 135/70. And I circle and I write it really large. And I draw an arrow and I make it really important. And any lupus, any asthma, any COPD, any breathing issues, any treatment, awesome. And thyroid, anxiety, kidney, or liver. And you know what? And family. This is the most important part here, guys, is really digging into this family situation. So I'll just write mom, dad, and really listen to how I'm implementing this. And so I'm going through it and figuring out why they're looking for final expense. And I'll say, and now family history, mom and dad. Now, you got to get into it, guys. This is the most important thing. Now, are they still alive? Are they with us, or have they passed? Okay. This gives you a chance to really have a conversation about what their experiences have been. If they've had to deal with losing a parent, or both parents and grandparents, or a sibling or a cousin, and someone has passed away. So mom and dad, okay. And how old were they when they passed? 57. Okay, and daddy's still alive? 85. Wow, that's awesome. And how about for you, Mary? Mom and dad, how old were they when they passed? Okay. And was it an illness or was it an accident? Okay. And I'm just getting them to kind of remember, something they'd gone through. If they either had an illness or had an accident or passed, and I'll say, did they have any protection in place? Did they have any life insurance or any protection in place? And what was that like? Okay. And what was that like right here under family? Because if they had it made it a lot easier for them usually, or their sister or their brother. So that's super important. And in running through different things in beneficiary and getting it down, the biggest thing, guys, is figuring out what their why is. Whether they had nothing and they know they needed something, they had a little bit of something, but they know they needed a little bit more, or if they're really looking for legacy for their grandkids. Like I always tell a story is that if my grandmother would have had a $5,000, or my grandpa would have had a $5,000 life insurance policy for all the grandkids when he passed, that could have got me a new car. I drove a 1994 when I was in college, and I say, was it for legacy? And I get them the 3 reasons of why they are looking for this, and I have it committed of who this policy is going to, and or how it's going to be split well before I'm through the financial inventory, guys. So it's just a really good thing to gather ammo. And now that I've got, and I get the list of medications here, just as you guys all do, and then I say, we can't decide right now, but if you were to qualify, which options would work the best? And I flip this over, and I'm in my quoting tools with either my iPad, my e-app, my iPad, or my computer, and then I give them a brochure to look at, and I pull up our 3 quotes. And for final expense, I'll say 10,000. First thing, 3 things I'll hit on, I'll say level benefit. Meaning, what that means, guys, level benefit just means that if we're setting aside 20,000 for each grandkid or 5,000 for each grandkid, it's never going to change. And level premium, what that means, prices never, since you're on Social Security, the amount of money coming in every month, that doesn't change, right? It's always the same. Same with the policy. They're never going to raise the rate because you're 5 years older or because you got sick. It's always a level premium. And then lastly is some living benefits, and we'll get to those in a second. And then I give them their 3 quotes. 10,000, let's say 100,000 of accidental, and $1 million of ID theft. $122. Then I write 20,000, and just like this, I put a small underline here. Then I write 20,000, 200,000, with 1 million of ID theft. And then lastly, I write 30,000, 300,000, with 1 million of ID theft. And it's got the price right below them. And I'll just turn it right to them. I'll put it right to them, and I'll just say, John, Mary, you guys know your budget a lot better than I do. And as far as coverage, what you need. Which one of these makes the most sense when it comes to budget and protection for you guys? And I'll just point it to them. I'll hand them the pen, and I just be quiet. And it's in and out in 20 or 30 minutes, guys. Just some real quick tips on how to get better through your financial inventory sheet is just practice. Run through fake scenarios. Run through occupation, monthly income. Do they have annuities? Do they have any retirement income? Do they have any properties? Do they have any rental properties? What's their income coming from? What are they looking to replace in this situation? This 880 will disappear regardless of who dies. Because when John dies, this 880 is gone and they get the 1750 of Social Security, or vice versa. And just figuring out what that need is. So number 1, you got nothing, you need something. Number 2, you got something, it's not enough. Or number 3, legacy. And really hit the points, quick points on what you guys can take today. Go out in the field, use tomorrow, practice, guys, and go out there and make it your best week yet, man. Take care.